Hey, good morning everyone, and welcome to another edition of Life with Thunder. I am your host, Thunder Twin, and this morning I'm going to be making cornbread dressing, Southern cornbread dressing. I'm going to be cooking for quite a few people, i.e. in my immediate family, so my numbers are going to be higher, but this is an idea of what you need to make truly great Southern cornbread dressing. So first, you start with cornbread. I pre-cooked the cornbread last night. So this is absolutely great cornbread, already pre-cooked. So you're gonna take your cornbread, and the other ingredients with that cornbread is gonna be fresh bell peppers. I've already pre-chopped my bell peppers. Fresh onions, the onions have already been pre-chopped and ready to use. And of course, fresh grade A eggs, already pre-chopped and ready to use. And I only use Swanson's chicken broth. It is the best chicken broth out, and I wouldn't use anything else. I wouldn't trust my homemade dressing to anything else, okay? What you do then is, depending on how many people you're cooking for, you would take all these ingredients. I will mix them into this pan. Now, I cook in pretty much an antique pan. I've had this pan about 30 years, a little over 30 years. It makes great cornbread. It's a metal pan with a porcelain coating, and it's great for cooking dressing and just like anything else you want to cook. What you want to do is you want to take the cornbread and you want to add it to your cook pan and make it really fine, almost like granular sand. So you want to break that cornbread down by rubbing it together and make it really truly thin. If you got some type of mixer, that's fine. But that cornbread needs to be reduced to fine grain in order to start your prep work for your Southern cornbread dressing. Then what I do is I take the bell peppers that I already chopped up and the onions, and I pre-cook them again. I'll put them on a pan and I'll cook them for about 15 to 20 minutes to get the flavor in. I use a little oil and a little bit of water, but I'll pre-cook those vegetables to make sure they're soft and tender. And then mix them in the pan with the cornbread dressing. Add my freshly cut eggs, my chicken broth from Swanson's, and then mix all that together, and I'll come back on the next edition and show you what that looks like. But you want to make sure you have a really good base that creates that dressing before you put it in the oven. Then I'll put it in the oven for 3.5 hours to cook, gel, mix, that makes that cornbread dressing absolutely perfect. So again, I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm Thunder Twin, and we're gonna make Southern cornbread dressing this morning. Thank you for tuning in.